Uno, two, dos, one, uno.
Un, deux, trois.
Welcome to the Audacity podcast with Brent Howard and
Nikki Howard.
and we are having so much fun.
Brent
We're so
Howard
happy.
is such a dumb name.
Brent Howard. What an idiot.
Sound like a news reporter, like
Dude,
a news anchor.
yeah.
I'm Brent Howard.
Hi, I'm Brent Howard, and here are today's top stories.
There's a hurricane. I'm standing outside right now, as you can see it. The audacity of them to make those guys stand outside.
That's messed up.
In the middle of a... It's like, we
That's
get
messed
it.
up.
We get it.
We understand there's a storm. You can tell us from the comfort of a green room.
Why do you think they started doing that? They're like, I'm harder than you are. I'm a real news reporter.
Yeah.
I'll be out there.
Well, probably because people are so attracted to terrible things that secretly the showrunners are like, ooh, if this guy dies, it'll boost our ratings, you know?
So crazy.
If he gets swept up. Did you see Twisters?
No.
Dude, that was nuts. If that's anything like how it is in real life, you don't want to be anywhere near a storm going on.
No, I think that's just people generally know that, so don't make them be...
It seems like common knowledge, but
No.
I don't know.
Let's chase it instead.
Let's chase it.
God damn.
Storm. What would it be like to be a storm chaser?
I don't know. Not like... I feel like you have to live in the middle of nowhere and have zero aspirations.
And also, like, you can't really have much going on
No.
in your life, you know? Like, you can't have a dog. You can't have too many friends.
You have to have like a wife who died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And like a kid that hates you
Yeah.
because you never recovered, and so now you just chase storms.
And a necklace that means a lot.
Yeah.
Because it was given to you by somebody who's no longer with you.
That's
like,
right.
Like your neighbor who you called uncle because they raised you. Mm-hmm. And you remember always going over to their house when it was storming outside. Mm-hmm. And they would tell you about storms.
They chase storms.
And and that like instilled in you this sense of like adventure, right? And so now
you have to
every
live
time
for
you're
them.
chasing a storm, you pull out your necklace and it has a little cloud on it, and you say, "Thank you, Papa."
Thank you, Pop.
Yeah, Papa, and then you go out and you're a storm chaser now.
Did I just watch Twisters or?
That's the full. Yeah,
kind of
that's
how
the
it
rundown.
goes.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome to the podcast. I'm Brent, Nikki, and this is the Pella
This
Howard.
is the podcast. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. We have one, and you're in it.
You're in it now. Thank you so much for being here. This is a podcast where we talk a whole lot of crap.
Yep.
Because we're just kind of sick of the way the world is.
Yeah, we want to talk about
in
it.
a lot of ways.
A lot of
and
stuff.
And we're trying to laugh our way through it.
That's right. Yeah. What's your audacious thing this week?
Everything I just said.
That's it.
Yep.
Twisters, the fucking
Twisters, all that shit. The audacity of movies to not be funny anymore.
I know.
You know?
It's just,
that's what we got to work on.
I know.
That's our goal now.
Yeah, we can't just have like a straight comedy. It's got to be like peppered in with like, yeah, but like Marvel's there.
Yeah, or like, but also like race relations or something, you know? And
or
it's like, hey
message.
man, just show me some tits,
Yeah.
give me a dick joke, and let me have a good night.
It all stopped with Tom Green.
Yeah, you don't have to. I don't need tits in a movie. I'm not saying I need tits.
It's nice to have them.
It's nice to have them,
but we don't need them. We'll
don't
take
need
what
them.
we can. Beggars can't be choosers
No
right now.
expectations.
Right. I'm not gonna go in being like, watching for the tits.
Intentions are different than expectations.
That's right.
I hold the intention of watching more movies that have bare-chested ladies in them.
With bare-naked ladies playing in the background.
Bare-naked ladies playing in the background.
It's been
a whole lot of time since I've seen some tits.
Doesn't even sound like them. My audacious thing, I have it right off the top of my noodle, is there are these people in my neighborhood that go around and they paint the numbers on the public sidewalk that's like your house number, right? So they do this and they put little strips of paper and they go, we're going to paint your house number on the sidewalk. My house number is fine. And I have $6.
Doesn't need to be painted.
I know, it doesn't need to be painted at all. So then they paint it and then they knock on your door and they go, we painted your house number. And I go, okay. And they go, do you want to pay us?
Really?
Yes.
With no warning.
And I go, we don't really have, like, we didn't need it and we didn't ask for that. And then they paint over it.
Oh,
if you don't pay them, they paint it white.
Oh, God. That's messed up, dude.
I'm getting emotional.
Relax. It's okay. I had tree trimmers come to my place, and they were trying to trim all my trees for $1,400 on the spot. And I was like, no, I can't do that. And they said, well, let us walk you around and we'll show you everything. And I was like, all right, I'll take a look, because maybe there's some weird stuff happening with the trees. And they were pointing everything out. And he said, all right, we'll do it for $1,000, but we have to do it now. And I said, no, I can't. I can't just have it. I can't just give you $1,000 out of nowhere. This was unplanned.
For trees, that's like the lowest
to trim
priority.
my trees. And he goes, okay, $800. And I was like, wait, hold on. You're cutting yourself in half now. What happened to $1,400? You would have done this for $800?
You're gonna do it for free.
Yeah. So, anyways, get your trees trimmed. It's probably a good idea. And welcome to the podcast. Let's keep moving.
Here we go. Changing trends. We hate what you're doing right now.
And we really want to help you out. There's a lot of stuff out in the world that's bad.
Changing trends. Just changing trends.
There's a lot of, people. There are a lot of trends. There's cultural trends. There's social trends. And there's a couple of trends that are a bit audacious for me. What's been bugging you that people have been doing lately?
Well, here's the thing. Something I would really like to change is the digital QR code menu.
Oh.
I don't want to scan the QR code on my phone and see the menu. One, I don't want to waste my battery. I just don't want to do it. Then I have to worry about what if I had something up on my phone. I don't want to have to worry about service. Sometimes there's no service. It's always a nightmare for me. I hate it. I just want a tangible menu. On top of that, some of the restaurants, my favorite restaurant, Outback Steakhouse, they started
not
doing
organic.
No seed oils. Everything's tallow. They started doing this thing where it's like, okay, the menu's digital. They also give you a tangible menu, which, thank God. Once that happens, we'll see what's going on. Could be going to the Cheesecake Factory. Anyway, so they have this thing, and then you order on, the little the screen, and then someone gives you your food, and then you pay for it, and then it asks if you want a tip. I did everything.
Right.
What do you mean? Someone just brought me the food, and then
I went to breakfast today at a spot that had that exact thing, except without the screen. You scan the code, you choose what you want. No one ever comes over to check in. They just bring your food.
Yes.
And you're still expected to tip. And I got questions.
What do you do?
I got questions.
What do you do? Do you tip? I always tip because I feel guilty.
Way less.
Yeah.
Way less.
You didn't do anything.
Yeah. And it's also, you're not busy. You're not, your level of responsibility is so much less as a server because you're not a server anymore. You're a food runner. You're a runner. So, yeah, I tip way less. And I think that's totally fine.
What happened to pride? For your food, for your establishment, Outback Steakhouse?
Messed up, dude.
What happened when you used to take pride in your bloomin' onions?
Yeah. I would rather have menus.
Let's bring them back. Yeah, that's the way to change that is bring back fucking menus and care about your establishment.
Yeah. You know what's bugging me? If I owe you money on Venmo and you've requested money from me, don't bug me about it. I don't need a notification that I owe you money, okay? I know the money's going to leave my possession and go into yours soon.
Soon.
But it's going to be soon.
It's not now.
And it's going to be at my discretion, okay?
I remember.
It'll happen.
I've got it somewhere.
But you don't need to ping me.
Yeah.
You know?
How long is too soon?
Whenever somebody reminds me, sends me a notification on Venmo, I imagine the state of mind that they're in when they're going through and they see that Brent still owes them $7.17 for an iced coffee last week.
Yeah.
And they have a choice. And the choice is whether or not to touch that reminder button.
Yeah.
Right? The choice is easy.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
If you're really strapped for cash, you shouldn't have,
Yeah. Shoot me a text.
Yeah. Hey.
Shoot me a text.
717?
It's just as annoying.
You got it?
But I don't need Venmo reminding me that I owe money. I got all kinds of people reminding me that I owe all kinds of money right now. I don't need Venmo doing that.
I have a question. Is there an appropriate length of time in which that's acceptable? Like, let's say...
To remind?
Yeah.
1 month.
1 month.
Yeah.
It's been a month.
1 month. Yeah. Give me a month.
You said you were good. I let you $12,000.
Payroll is typically net 30 or net 45. Okay? So you're getting paid once a month. If I owe you money, you're getting paid within the month. Within the month.
I think that's fair. Honestly.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
That's fair. No, that's audacious. We're doing movie reviews or show reviews or just reviews of things that we've seen that we want to warn you about or excite you about or all the things.
And this one, you should definitely be excited and you should definitely watch it.
I cannot believe nobody really is talking about this, and I was gonna recommend it to you, but you recommended it to me first, and I got so excited because
you were like, I watched the whole thing.
I have been telling anybody that I could find about this because I need people to see it. It's called Chimp Crazy. It's on HBO Max.
Yeah. From the producers of Tiger King.
That's right.
So you know it's
director
nuts.
and producer.
Should we do spoilers?
I think.
Or should we try to avoid spoilers?
I feel like we should try and avoid. John, have you seen it?
We'll try to avoid spoilers.
Have you even heard of this?
John's seen it.
Have you seen it? It's wild, right?
It's crazy.
Nobody's talking about this.
I've heard about it like as a kid though. That like about the pet.
Oh, you heard about it years ago?
Really?
Wow.
Holy shit.
So I assumed there was some crazy illegal animal trade happening just at all times, but I never knew it was middle-aged white women. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't think about it, but I guess I'll spoil it on this, but I gotta say, the craziest part of this whole series is that these people are feeding chimpanzees McDonald's
and Gatorade and soda,
Coca-Cola,
insane.
And they're like, and just here you go. And they're like, mom. They're like, she loves it. They're just like, what?
And the chimps are like banging on the gate and like jumping up and down, and it's really sad. Honestly,
it's super sad.
And you got to watch it. The storyline of the whole thing is crazy, especially with how involved the documentary crew gets.
My God.
We will not spoil that at all, and we haven't yet. So go watch if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But just the can you imagine having a chimp? Like a little monkey. So I would be terrified.
Oh, yes.
Prior to watching this show,
I was terrified.
I would be terrified.
Yes.
Just because of what I heard on Rogan and what I've seen
in the news?
Videos and in the news.
And just like general like baseline
Chimps
knowledge.
Are strong as fuck.
That's just red. Yes.
They're the weight of a professional running back, but like squished vertically, which makes all their muscles tighter and faster. They have faster twitch muscles, and they could throw your ass like through a wall. They're 200 pounds. They're like 4.5 feet tall.
Sometimes I'm scared of my own dog.
Yeah.
So I have a German Shepherd. That's scary.
Yeah.
A chimpanzee?
Dude, a chimpanzee could snap on you so fast.
It's happened.
If you're eating something and you don't give it to the chimp,
they'll rip your fucking face off.
They could rip your face off.
Nobody wants that. And these ladies are like, it's fine.
These ladies are like, I dress him like my dead husband. I eat with him. Yeah, I travel with him.
He sleeps in my bed.
I sleep with him.
I'm like, you're fucking
do you think one of these ladies banged a chimp? One of them 100%. For sure, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
That's gotta be.
Yeah.
I mean,
or at least some hand stuff.
A lot of hand stuff.
A lot of hand stuff. One of them in particular, I'm thinking of, definitely did. Some hand
I know
stuff.
what you're talking about.
She definitely did some hand stuff.
Yeah, and she was the one who dressed her up.
Yeah, she got a hold of his banana.
Yeah, and they're like, my mom's an alcoholic.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yep.
100%.
Nightmare. Chimp Crazy on HBO Max. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Big fan. We're getting good.
Getting gooder, getting better at being people. Getting gooder, getting better at being people.
Improve. Get gooder, getting gooder. We're getting gooder.
We're getting gooder.
Actually, I just totally changed what I was going to talk about in my noodle.
Oh my gosh.
I was going to talk about going to I keep wanting to say ecstatic dance. Like, I'm so ecstatic to be dancing. But that's not it. It's ecstatic dance.
Ecstatic.
Is it ecstatic?
It's ecstatic. ECS.
Is that the same as ecstatic?
Ecstatic is not a word. Can you pull up ecstatic, John? ESTATIC.
Ecstatic.
Don't look it up.
Okay.
We have young John.
Anyway, I went to an ecstatic dance.
Ecstatic?
Ecstatic dance breathing breath workshop with the only person I thought.
Ecstatic. Yeah,
so it means the same thing. It's the same thing.
No, it's ecstatic. See, there's a C after the word
No, I know. But I think this was ecstatic.
That's not a word. Look at ecstatic on Pinterest. Go down there. Click on eStatic Pinterest. See, look at this. eStatic. That's anime. That's weird. Did you go to an anime dance?
It's how do you spell it?
EC.
Oh, it's the same. Okay, it's the same word.
Nope, it's just one word. It's EC.
It's one word. Yeah, no, I thought it was two words. It's the same word. So anyway, I went to an ecstatic dance class with David, our videographer, who practically lives in the apartment above Satan's lair. And I was like, who will also have the same thoughts going through their head as I do? It was great. I was going to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, moving on.
I have started doing something that I've never done that almost every girl I know does, which is they have a purse. I'm sure Natalie does this. In the purse, they have a bag. And in this bag, they have like a bunch of like little like cute girl shit. Like they got like a lip gloss. They've got hand lotion. They've got like jade rollers. They have like cute girl shit. And I'm always like, that's so weird. And every girl has this. It's like snacks. They just have a bunch of like stuff in their bag.
Uh-huh.
I have water and Nicorette.
So is this something you're going to start doing?
I started.
Oh, great.
I did this. I was like, you know what? I want to be that girl. I'm going to do that. And I brought with me on the plane all this girly shit. It was the best thing that has ever. I'm like, I cannot believe I have the luxury as a girl to like, this is socially acceptable for me to bring lotions and tinctures and like stones and do things. Eye patches. It was the best. I had lotion. I did like a whole skincare routine. It was, I cannot believe I've been living my life this whole time.
Wow.
On the plane, I was like, I had everything with me. It was phenomenal. And I'm like, how
did you learn about this new level
this is not
to achieve?
It's just, I've noticed throughout the years, like every...
But you just never did it?
No, every girl has different stuff. So I'm always like, what's in your bag? Like, what do you... One time I met Joe Rogan and I asked him what was in his pockets. He had cargo shorts on. I'm just curious what people are bringing with them. And he showed me. It was like a lot of neurotropic gum. And I was like, wow, thank you, Joe Rogan, for like showing me. I was quite curious. What do you have? I'm just curious what people bring with them. They feel like it's essential. And every girl, I'm like, man, that's so like great that you had. That's got to be so nice to have that. And then I was like, well, I could do that. I just got to make a little to-go bag. I did like a lymphatic drainage on my face. This poor guy next to me was like, chill.
That's awesome.
But I had everything with me. Yeah.
Good for you.
I highly recommend.
You've unlocked a new level.
I have. Good. It's really nice. It feels really good.
It's nice to have big moments like that, and that's going to be a change to your everyday life.
I think so.
You should put a little picture of me in there.
For what?
A tiny little framed picture of me. Just to remind you of my energy. just wherever you go.
I'll put a beaded bracelet in.
Yeah,
you know what you need to do as merch?
Huh. Beaded bracelets?
You get a beaded bracelets, but on one of the beads...
It's my face?
It's your face.
Oh, buddy, that's funny. I wonder if I could put my face on a bead. That's
I bet
hilarious.
You could.
That's great.
Anyway, something we'll circle
back. That's great. That made you gooder.
It did make me gooder.
Good. What made me gooder recently, I went to Burning Man in August. And, a lot of people... Burning Man gets a lot of weird hate. I love the festival community. I was raised in festivals with my mom. She brought me to festivals when I was a baby. I went to dead shows and reggae shows, and it was awesome. And rediscovered the festival scene in my 20s after college. And I love that world. Yeah. I love that space. I love those people. It is the weirdest group of people, weirdest, most supportive, craziest community of artists and freaking vagabonds and wooks. And Burning Man is like the culmination of that space in a lot of different ways. There's so many different types of people at Burning Man. It's not just this spiritual new age hippie music festival community. There's parents, there's old folks, there's foreign people. It's literally the biggest party on planet Earth. Wow. It's the biggest party on planet Earth because it gets like 60 or 70,000 people for 7 straight days.
That's wild.
Just partying in the desert. It's really cool. It costs a lot of money. It's expensive depending on how you do it. You could go for dirt cheap and stay in a tent. I would like air conditioning, so I save up and try to make it work. But this past year was our second year, and just the friend group that we had that we were cruising around with was so cool and fun.
Tell people who your new best friend is?
My new best friend, aside from the Lord, is Jake Paul was out there. We ended up hanging out with Jake Paul for the whole week, which was hilarious. Not on my bingo card for 2024. But he was super cool. And what was cool about hanging out with him is when I meet somebody that I've only ever seen online or on social media, especially somebody with a following, and especially somebody with a history, right? A history that has always been in and around fame and entertainment and money and stardom and all of that. I'm always curious to see what the real human is like, because as we both know, being creators and entertainers, we're not the people like that we portray on screen, right? That's a version of us for sure. But once you get to know us, you realize, Nikki and Brent are actually fucking insane in a way different way.
Yeah, they just don't wear wigs.
Right.
Yeah.
But Jake was cool. Jake, what was cool about him is he was always down to like drop into a conversation, and he wasn't ego-driven or standoffish, and that was cool. And the rest of our friends were amazing, and we made a bunch of new friends, and we cruised around the dust for 7 days. It was just fun. It felt like freedom, this pure, fun freedom experience that we get to bring back from that place and try to integrate into daily life.
That's amazing.
And it was really fun, you know. It's certainly not for everybody, but it made me want to. It gave me like, I feel like I want to like encourage people to seek out experiences like that.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be a music festival. It doesn't have to be Burning Man. It doesn't have to be anything related to that, but an ecstatic experience, because that's what that was. It was an ecstatic experience that you can bring back with you and integrate into your daily life. You can bring back the joy, the friendship, the conversations that you had, and you can find ways to integrate different pieces of that into your daily movement, and it'll change your life.
I love that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Really liked it.
Getting gooder.
And also, that's kind of like my realign time.
Yeah. You know what you should have brought? Was a little picture of me.
Oh, I did bring the necklace that your mom gave me.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. You know, I went to Florida to visit her, and she makes all of this jewelry, and it's not men's jewelry, but she's like, this is men's jewelry. I'm like, it's not men's jewelry. And the only person that will wear this is Brent.
Is that where she got the necklace?
She made it, yeah.
She made that necklace?
Yeah.
You got to tell her that I wore that in a ayahuasca ceremony during a really hard night.
I will tell her.
Yeah, it really helped me out.
Oh my God, that's great.
Yeah.
She'll love that.
Yeah, that's do you have anything to end on? Do you want to end on something happy?
I feel recharged after that story of your Burning Man situation. I was just really happy that you didn't end up with really bad sciatica stuck in the mud.
Yeah, dude, that was the first year we went out.
I know,
it was
I remember.
Awful. Yeah.
I felt really bad.
But you got to experience something similar when you came to LIB this past year.
I did. It was really
which is lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, festival. It's like Burning Man light.
Yep.
You know, if you pay 99 cents a month, you can go do the full Burning Man experience. But no, I feel like those are my people too, because they're like the weird art kids.
Yeah.
You know, that's always who I've related to, is like,
totally.
Yeah, Sydney, my friend Sydney was like, I feel like you and your friends are like the kids in Mean Girls that like put bologna on their face, like at that table. Like, that's that's who I feel as though I belong with. So yeah, I love it. It's great, and hopefully many more to come.
Many more to come, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. We love you.
We love you so much.
Follow on all the things.
Yeah.
Go get Nikki on Instagram. Nikki_Howard. Brent Pella. I'm on tour.
Yeah, go see him.
BrentPella.com/shows.
Go see him.
I would love to see you at a live stand-up show. It's very fun. Doing a bunch of weird stuff lately, and it's a good time.
Yay!
Love ya.
Love you guys. Bye.